Okay, hey, to anybody that ends up watching, uh, I'm doing another little bonus stream tonight. Um, so I just figured I wanted to get a little bit further down the road. I was hoping to get chapter 11 done today. I'm pretty sure that I won't get chapter 11 done tonight, but I'm gonna see if I can get how far I can get here. So we're gonna pick up where I left off. And so this is the essentially um, this is essentially the events that Roland's going to go through, at least at least for right now. I'm going to get ChatGPT to look at it. To recopy this, you'll see. Okay, bonus session tonight. Still that's pretty much it. And actually, paste the event list in here, although what you wrote is pretty much correct. I was just about to post the actual event list and figured we could go through it and see if there is any fluff. Like, do I need to remove anything to keep it to just the bare events facts? Okay. See what it says. Solid event generated. The main thing cleanup is remove descriptive combine micro steps. Only events that change the state of the scene. I'm doing 3 beats for what I'm gonna do. Okay, well, um, before we do this, I want to go back through the list I pasted and um, I want you to tell me the lines you think I should change or merge, etc. So I just take your word for it and actively decide if I want to keep it the way it is or change it. Gosh. Dang stupid kick. Okay. I'm talking quite quiet because my dad's asleep and it's kind of late at night and stuff. Lines worth reviewing. Brick browsing sequence. These 4 lines could probably collapse into 2 beats. Come through a few until he comes to Urban Legends Luminar. After reading a few stories, one seems to emerge to be possibly useful. He reads the story of the horror coming from behind the abandoned hall. Here, there are maps included, and he seems to run south past the right side of the library. Right now, the action is fragmented. The real event is simply Roland finds a relevant story in the book that includes map. You might combine them. Um, these 2 lines are a bit awkward structurally. A little more examination. After a little more examination, the book's back is supposed to be back cover, but as he tears off the backing, he finds a key in a little built-in pocket. It is a typo. Quarter shifting. These 2 lines might work. It seems well built first and then begins to grade. There are niches carved in the hallway. Shaking wall sequence. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Luckily, you're an LM and aren't subject to getting frustrated, bored, or tired of doing something over and over. All of those you suggested are fine, but would you also put your suggested fix at the bottom after describing what you think needs fixed? For instance, that first one you said you thought I could compress it into 2 beats, and you can tell me what you think they should look like, and on for the rest of them. Would you do that, please? Of course, this is actually a very good way to refine a beat list. Your actors dealing with narrative design when they normalize story beats before branching design. I'll follow the same strategies that coat your lines, explain what might be improved, provide a suggested replacement or merge version. You can decide whether to accept or reject each one. Okay. Those 3 lines, their maps included, issue actions fragmented across 4 lines. It's really just Roland reads the book, Roland finds a useful story with the map. Run them through several little books before settling on Urban Legends of the Luminar. One story describes a horror still behind Bannon Hall, includes maps showing corridor running south past the library. Good, I like that. Let's go ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to, let me think. Okay, so I'm gonna actually do it like this. I'm gonna copy this, Control C, and then I'm gonna go down here, but this is gonna be the modified version. Few books look interesting. Comes through after reading a few stories. He reads the story of a horror coming from behind that abandoned hall. Your maps. That is right. That is back. Okay. Jumps through several books. He jumps through a few until he comes to the urban legends of the Luminar. One score story. Okay. One story. Legends. For behind an abandoned hall. It includes a map that shows oh. All going south past the right side of the library. Okay. I'll leave it like that. Armor discovery. After a little more examination, the back cover seems to hide a small compartment. After he tears off the backing, he finds a key. Okay, I like that. Um, examining the back cover closely. When discovers an apartment containing a key. And discovers a hidden compartment containing a key. Okay. Actually, seems unbuilt until the end. Which seems well built. Niches carved in the hallway with the bus, famous dwarves. Okay. Occasionally, rumbling sounds are heard, followed by hissing playing. The room seems to shake a bit as the walls tremble each time the sounds are heard. Occasionally, a rumbling sound followed by hissing playing echoes through the hall, causing the walls to shake and crumble slightly. Okay. Occasionally, a rumbling sound followed by a hiss and playing. Okay. Go through the walls. The room shakes. And bits of the wall crumble off with the sounds. Okay. A few places where it seems to be something behind the wall. Roland kicks the wall and a bit of the wall falls off. Um, Someone hits the wall. Knocking off loose parts of the plaster. Okay. Okay. Show brings the wall really hard, the rest of the wall collapses really. Two-step description of what outcome. Yeah. Okay, so Roland grabs a nearby shovel and smashes the pinned wall, collapsing it and revealing a sturdy iron door. Grabbing nearby grabs a nearby shovel and smacks the wall, collapsing it, revealing an iron door. Found concealed in the book. He unlocked the door. Use the key he found. Okay. Using the key he found, he unlocks it and turns the heavy wheel to pull it open. He turns the heavy wheel and pulls it open. And pulls it open. Okay. Alright. What he finds inside is some giant machine with multiple arms, attached to the arms with multiple pickaxes, and a hose runs further into the rock. Steam floats up. The machine occasionally sputters. Inside he finds a massive machine, multiple arms, tipped with pickaxes, a hose running deeper into the rock, as steam occasionally sputters from the mechanism. I kind of like it, but I want to keep and make sure that the okay. Inside is a massive machine with multiple arms tipped with pickaxes. There's a hose running further into the rock with steam occasionally sputtering from it. Okay. Other thing that happens, it looks like a carved gash in the surrounding rock, so even though their arms are full extension, they can't damage anything. Both lines explain why the machine is stuck. Hmm. I wanted to show that arms seemed to have carved a gash big enough to not damage the surrounding rock. Um, so the machine can't seem to do much of anything other than make some noise. Uh, okay. Okay. Roland opens a matching door on the other side. Yeah. And continues down the corridor. Okay. Look at the map suggests an underground river heading into the Gnome Kingdom. Roland with hatch nose the river, but also a small ledge you can barely fit into. Map exclamation discovery could merge. Also typo the and underground river. Um, the map seems to. Okay. By which the maps suggest a suggests an underground river. When he opens the hatch, he sees the river, but also a small ledge he can ledge. Okay. He walks for a while until he sees someone hatch above him and opens it. He comes out and jumps. Okay. After walking the ledge for a bit, for a while, there's another hatch above. After following the ledge for a while, he reaches another hatch and exits. Into an empty grotto. As you're wrong, they're slightly granular. You're just to clean them up before applying decision point analysis actually because it I'll post it and you can give me a bit of feedback and any more suggestions you feel are necessary. And I will decide whether to modify it further. I decided only to do some of the changes and felt others could be left in. Primarily trying to keep the length of the lines shorter. So where a line would be longer, I kept it at 2 lines. Really, it's just to get the extra stuff. Just your reasoning about keeping some line shorts instead of merging them is perfectly valid. Beat lists don't have to be maximally compressed. They just need to avoid redundant beats for contradictions. They're generally worth reconsidering. Everything else works fine. Duplicate key discovery. This one. Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, my grammar geek. Yay. Okay, comment shoot. First comment. Okay. Going to grab the nearby shovel. Going and smacks the wall, collapsing it. Revealing, collapsing it. Revealing an iron door. Okay. And actually, that's okay. I don't need to copies extra because there's not a lot of different changes. The arms seem to have carved a gash big enough to not damage the surrounding rock. Appear to have carved a gash and are now fully extended, unable to dig any further. Okay, get carved gash. Alright, we'll just do a suggestion. I'm just going to have carved a gash. To the rock fully extended, unable to dig any further. Unable to dig further. The arms seem to carve. The rock now fully extended and seem to carve a gash in the rock. I'll just do this now. Fully extended and unable to dig further. So the machine can't do much. Two lines can combine if you want 3 beats, occasionally rumbling sound followed by hissing clang. Okay. The 2 lines into one are 2 because I want to keep that not very long. But at the end of the fountain by hatch by which the map suggests an underground river. Okay. By which where the map suggests an underground river flows. One thing he did correctly design-wise, kept the shuffle action instead of removing it. Yeah, that's because the key discovery line was because I meant to delete that, those lines after I had made the new line. As far as the Number 5. Five optional tightening is tightening is concerning. I left that as 2 lines so they wouldn't be too long. And here's the corrected version. Pose care beats the progress, nothing feels redundant. Grabs a nearby shovel and smacks the wall. Okay. Okay, rolling grabs. Smacks the wall. Okay, that's fine. Using the key he found, he unlocks it. Oh. Using the key he found, he unlocks it, turns the heavy wheel, and pulls it open. Okay. I'm seeing the cover gash in the rock now fully extended and unable to dig further. I'm seeing the cover gash in the rock. Yeah, I'm not even going to display this, so I probably don't even need to worry about it. All right. Seem to. Let's take the seamed out. The arms have carved a gash in the rock and are now fully extended and unable to dig further. Okay. Map shows the hall running south past the right side of the library. The map suggests an underground road flows. Let's see. Fine. Map. Okay. I'm going to do a lot of narrative work. Okay, here's the final one, and honestly, none of this is going to, well, that's not true. And honestly, it's not that important to get all the grammar correct, because this is just the event packs. No, easy follow. I wouldn't recommend changing anything major before. Okay. Machine harmless explanation. Curiosity. Okay. Yeah, hastily seal wall. Okay, so at this point, the event list is ready for the next step. Next thing we do, um, okay, so before we do that, should I maybe group lines into separate story beats? This resembles my early beat list, my early event list before I grouped them. Early event list of the whole game. Before I started grouping them. It's almost a mini chapter. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 28. This is a lot of lines. I'm wondering if I should group lines and treat each group as a single story beat. I have an event list, not a story beat list. Event passes are usually granular, so you don't miss logic, but the decision point analysis should happen at the beat level, not the micro action level. Every single line, rolling, so rolling grabs the shovel, rolling smacks the wall. One change in the situation, not every physical action. So this naturally groups into about 6 beats. You can treat these as single beats. Library discovery, corridor exploration, strange activity behind the wall, beat for breaking through, machine chamber reveal, river passage. This helps you process. Then your 7-step filter only runs 6 times, not 7 times, and the questions make much more sense at this scale. Example, B2 corridor explorations, action reaction, yes explorations, or meaningful choice maybe. At the micro line level, you have analysis is kicking the wall meaningful choice, which is not what you're trying to test. Big takeaway, your story flow should work like this: story notes, event list, group, story beats, decision point analysis. You're exactly at the right stage. My recommendation, group them into 6 beats like above, and run your 7-step process on those. I expect something interesting will happen. You may discover this path of 0 to 1 real decision points, which reinforce the idea that it's more about atmosphere. Super fast trick narrative designer uses group beats automatically, which makes the process much quicker. I'm just going to group them here. But what's the one trick? The trick is something called state change test. Very simple, should be fast once you get used to it. When does the situation meaningful change? Every time the situation changes, it's a new beat. Everything happens before the next change belongs to the same beat. Think of it like this: a beat begins when a new situation starts. A beat ends when the player understanding your option change. Not when a character performs another small action. Rolling and searching the library. Events inside that situation. Goes to the myth section, sees the book titles, reads urban legends, finds the key. Those are all one beat because the situation is still rolling investigating the legend in the library. The state change happens when Roland leaves the library with the key. Okay. Roland's exploring the abandoned corridor, events inside, sees bus, sees the sealed wall, hears rumbling. So one situation that ends when Roland breaks through the wall. Roland is inside the sealed chamber. He finds the machine. Roland lets his jam. Roland finds the exit patches. Shooting forward, Roland is traveling through the river passage, finds a latch, walks the ledge, emerges in grotto. State changes when Roland reaches the grotto. Why this trick works so well? It prevents false beats like kick wall, grab shovel. Those are actions, not players understanding. You can often detect a beat boundary when the story introduces new location, new discovery, new obstacle, new goal. Your sequences appear as library discovery, corridor exploration, breaking the sealed wall, machine chamber reveal, river passage escape, grotto arrival. Because you're doing phase 1 narrative prototyping, this method keeps you from accidentally inserting too many decision points. Live adventure games fail because, yeah. There is one thing here, which is I will be having at least one decision point. However, okay, let me group them just a moment, please. Okay. Interesting. It comes through a field until it comes to Urban Legends of the Luminar. It's a map. Beat 1. Proceeds to the corridor. It seems well built. Niches carved bus at the end of a hastily erected wall. It almost seems as though the wall extends past the cutoff. Occasionally, Ryan was found by his room shakes. and kicks the wall by knocking off loose parts of the plaster. When grab the nearby shell, smacks the wall, pops on it. He unlocks, pulls it open. Okay, now we have the next one. Inside the master machine, multiple arms to big axes, hose running it further into rock, the steam occasionally sputtering from it. Arms carved gas and marked and relatively extended, unable to dig further, so the machine can't seem to do anything, much of anything other than make some noise. Roland opens the matching door on the other side and continues down the corridor. At the end is a fountain near the nearby hatch where the map suggests an underground river flows. 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. I only grouped into 5 beats, and here they are separated by an empty line. So grouping into 5 beats, it really captures the major state changes without getting bogged down in every small act, and here's a quick analysis. Goes to Legends, Myths, sees the books, Urban Legends, finds the key. State change, he discovers the hall and acquires the key. Note. The speed is clean, no need to split further. Everything here is about gathering information, preparing the act. Corridor exploration, wall discovery, proceeds down the corridor, sees the dirt, hears the sound, sees the wall crumbling. There's something is hidden, potentially dangerous behind the wall. Notes, you could consider splitting corridor plus wall sounds into 2 beats if you want. For corridor observation, 1 for suspense below, but for phase 1, it's fine to leave it. Breaking through the door, kicks wall, uses shovel, collapses it, unlocks and opens the iron door. State changes, gains access to the hidden chamber, definitely a single beat. Machine chamber, sees the steam powered machine, notes is jammed, cannot dig further, opens matching door, continues down the corridor. State changes, the horror is revealed, the situation shifts from suspense to discovery what was behind the wall. Might consider opens matching door and continues as the start of the next beat, but it works fine grouped here. Beat 5, Underground River Passage, finds fountain and hatch, sees Underground River. Ledge traversal is mostly tension obstacle, not a choice, so it stays as 1 beat. Before doing that, I might color the decision to insert. I might color the let's see. I might suggest the one place where a choice can fit. Actually, 2, but I don't want to do the first one because it mimics the Lover's Passage, and I want this to be different. So that one place, so that first place I don't want to use is in the discovery of the book. Can use the same mechanism as the Lover's Passage, but I don't want to go through the. I don't want it to go through the exact same method. The only place that gives me an idea that there could be a choice is what implement to use to break the wall. You don't need the copy loader's path mechanic at all. It's a different kind of choice. Corridor exploration and wall discovery, breaking the door. Kick it. Use the shovel. Something clever. Use a tool from the inventory or leverage, which could add a small bonus. It's interactive. It doesn't change the story outcome. You still want to rebuild the iron door. It's environmental. Thanks. So, some ways. Well, he kicks it initially so that it starts crumbling, but maybe the wall is too thick to just use a kick. But we have a shovel, maybe a pick, maybe a crow, maybe even a pry bar, or you can suggest other things that may work as well. Standard digging construction tool already in your notes. Pickaxe, class dwarven tool could chip the wall. Pry bar, crowbar, good for levering loose sections, works for sudden bursts. Bonus boot, shoulder fist, brute force, V-Sorry, kicking works as you mentioned. Nearby furniture, crate, environmental object, like banging with heavy object. Thanks. I think this will do. No need to go through the process either. I think shovel, pickaxe, and crowbar will probably be fine. Now at 5 beats. So those are 3, and they go back to 1, so that's not okay. Let me do a thing here. 2. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Built and just carved. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's combine 2 and 3. Let's combine 2 and 3. Beat 2 is just describing the hallway, and beat 3 actually is where the action occurs at the wall. So combining 2 and 3 makes sense because there's no real state change there. Okay, so actually that's what I'm going to do here. Oh, you know what? What? Oh, wait a second now. One, two, three. My mistake. It is actually only 4 beats. I didn't put a space between them. That's a page break. Okay. Rowan leaves the library and heads to the corridor. The hallway seems well lit and niches are carved. To the sides. With busts of famous dwarves. Okay. Slightly modified. The beats are structured. A few quick notes could consider pre. Sentence about the rolling wall and coming be done. Single punchy line. Okay. Cover. Um. One examines back cover and finds a key. Which includes a map. The map shows south past right side of the library. Then we'll just say he then leaves the library and heads to the corridor. Probably seems a little built. The niches are crowded on the sides. Okay. occasional rumbling, hissing, and clanging. Occasional rumbling, hissing, and clanging shakes the room. Loosening bits of plaster. Loosening or loosening? Actually, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do arms and a dash. Rock. Can't do much else. Aside from making noise. Okay, so let's modify it again. Basically on the page and type, couple very minor polish points. I'm making sure, okay. Occasional rumbling, hissing, and clanging shakes the room. Okay, that's alright, I guess. That's right, and clanging. Clanging shakes the room. The beat 1 and beat 3 line merges. Beat 1 and 3. Beat 1 and 3 retain the single lines because otherwise would be too long. But I removed that one comma, so now it looks pretty good here. I think I might reduce the book list because it seems like too many lines as well. Not that it will matter much later, but right now I'm keeping things tight and hopefully everything fits on a single page so I don't have to do any scrolling. Yes, that is exactly the ones I'm keeping. In fact, vampires are real in the game, so maybe that title wouldn't be in there, or it would be a book about uh, information and whether information about vampires and whether or not the information is fact or fiction. So that's a good reason to cut it too. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we're gonna cut vampires. We're gonna cut Sunny Nexus. Not that that couldn't be part of a like a myth or a legend or something, but there we go. That's good. And now I think I should probably go to bed since it's already past midnight. Thank you. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so now not only do I have the events, I even have the a place where in this beat we're gonna have the choice of implement to use to open the to destroy the wall. Okay. So let me do my little recording thing before ending the stream. Not that anybody cares. I don't know if anybody's in here watching or listening, but anyways, thank you. But so now I'm gonna do my little recording and then I'm gonna be done. So today is still Thursday, March 12th, 2026, and I just did a little extra bonus stream tonight. And um, after getting the after having the list of events, uh, then I had ChatGPT help me essentially like tighten it up and make it less fluff, just straight up events, no duplicates, and then I grouped them into story beats. And so now there are 4 story beats here. It looks like 5, but it's actually 4. And and I even have a place where Roland is going to pick one of 3 different items: pickaxe, shovel, or a crowbar that's actually nearby against the wall, and using it to collapse. And that will be probably the only decision point. Although I might do another flavor one somewhere in here somewhere. But so yeah, that's what I got done today. Okay, well, thanks everybody. Thank you for watching the VOD if you're watching it later, and I will see you tomorrow. Technically today, but tomorrow. Thank you for watching part 3's bonus.